Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Gwen, and I'll be facing off against the Azir adventure from the Legends of Arcane campaign. I'm just going to be moving along through these first few runs until I start getting to the harder ones. I'm pretty sure this should be no different than the previous run with Thresh. After all, it's a 2.5 star run and my Gwen is a 3-star champion. So it should be fine. I'm just taking the Lochon Blade hack just to be able to choose blockers while Gwen is on board. Seems useful, especially considering we do summon a unit every turn with the Ghastly Band. Sweet Dreams, suitable host, bet on set. The Sweet Dreams works with the Ghastly Band and with the Sapling Toss. But that's about it, isn't it? I'm not really keen on it though. Then let's just reroll, see what we get. Eternal Hunger, Never Dull, Snippets of Song. If you don't have the attack token, summon a Ghastly Band. Well, there's no reason not to do it, right? We just get more Ghastly Bands this way. It increases the attack buff we get of our Hallowed. Seems good enough. Phantom Butler, Conductor of the Mists, Glimpse Beyond. I'm actually just going to keep the Phantom Butler. And this, I suppose these two are fine as well. And Mulligan didn't do anything because I got another Sapling Toss back into the hand. Well, it's still fine, I can still go turn 1 Phantom Butler. And now I just attack with our buffed up Phantom Butler from the previous turn. Is there a way to make it so this is lethal? Maybe if I get lucky and hit a buff off of the Sapling Toss. There's a good chance we get the +3/+1 from the X-Tech Fabricator. We don't, we instead get mana. Sure. The game is delayed for 1 extra turn. Let's see if that's enough for the opponent to turn this around.
My friend and I are soul collectors.
Doesn't seem like it. But he still attacks. Okay. Definitely didn't expect that. I thought for sure that the opponent was just going to accept his death. I suppose this is decent for him because he does end up clearing most of my board, but I'll still have a unit on board. And I can just open attack with the Conductor of the Mists next turn to win. Yep. Pretty simple. Let's see if the rest of this adventure ends up turning out this way. I figure it might, mostly because it's a 2.5 star adventure. Smash and dash or the charger? You know what? Let's take the charger because it has overwhelm. It synergizes well with our attack buffs. Steadfast Vein. Wasn't Vein Gwen something that was played in standard at one point? Because Hallowed procs on every attack, so you get a bunch of free attacks off of Vein. Yeah, it works on every attack, so you get free attacks off of Vein and get multiple procs off of Hallowed. Well, in that case I just have to pick it up, right? River Shaper of Profiteer. Let's go for the Profiteer to then go into the card cut from the healer. Find Phantom Butler, Sapling Toss, Gwen. That's a curve. Let's take it. Ooh, do I go Steadfast Telkin instead? Nah. We'll just go for this. Deal 5 right away. Start working on killing our opponent. Oh right, and since we summon units, the opponent's sense or whatever they're called, Roiling sense, proc on it, so I don't even have to worry about dropping down Vayne here and having it killed. Really? Are you that desperate to kill my 5-1? I suppose just 2 more attacks from it might be enough to kill him, but it still seems a bit unnecessary. Do I go for Gwen here? Yeah, sure. Let's work on leveling her up.
No need. I didn't do it for you.
And then I can just do this. And that's more than enough. Perfect. I might even level up Gwen here. I actually know it's... How much damage does Gwen need to deal? Is it 12? I don't remember correctly. I don't play Gwen a whole lot. I just decided to play Gwen here because she was only 3 stars and was rather low level, so I figured that might actually make this run a bit more of a challenge than it would be if I just took a fully geared out champion to face off against this. But I was actually mistaken apparently, because the run has been a breeze so far. Now watch as I jinx myself by saying that. That's a fine keep. We have a nice curve, and we even have Glimpse Beyond as a combat trick.
Go get the shiny Dabu.
Next turn I'll go for the Conductor of the Mists. Or I might actually go for the War Chefs. Nah, let's go for the Conductor of the Mists. It trades favorably into the Vakoran Vagabond. And it actually procs the Hallowed one more time than if I just played the War Chefs. And then I can go and attack like so. Or I can go for Vayne. Let's go for Vayne.
Walk among us, masquerading as men.
It's actually pretty decent because this maximizes my damage, because Vayne has double attack. And now the opponent's one off. Is there anything in my deck that kills the opponent? I have the Atrocity does, but I think that's the only way to kill the opponent on his turn. Or I can Tumble here. Yeah, Tumble is enough. Unless the opponent buffs up his unit and ends up saving it from the damage. Okay, it doesn't. Perfect. I actually found a way to kill the opponent on his turn.
Now to root out the next fate.
That saves us a couple of seconds. And now for a shop. Spirit Journey, Minion, Formal Invitation. Let's pick up the Minion, it's infinite value. Let's go for the shop. Kind-hearted recruit. When I'm summoned, the equipped allies give equipped allies barrier this round, except I don't even have that much equipment. I have this Demacian Steel, which isn't that great. All of these are pretty terrible, to be honest. Let's not pick up any of them. If an ally died this round, summon a Spiderling. I don't think that's good enough. Let's reroll. Create a Blood Hunt in hand. Nah. Enemies have -1, -0. Vulnerable enemies have -3, -0 instead. But I don't have a way to apply vulnerable. When an ally 4+ power dies, reduce the cost of 4+ power allies in hand by 1. I guess it kind of works with my Hallowed. But it doesn't even reduce the cost of that many allies I have. What do I cut here? I'm tempted to cut the Demacian Steel, because it's not even that great in the deck. In fact, I'm probably going to end up cutting all of Vayne's cards. The Ranger's probably up next. I just want Vayne, to be honest. The other synergy pieces with Vayne aren't even that necessary, because Vayne levels up on her own. Doesn't come down here on turn 1. I don't think he does. Yeah, it's at 3 cost, so we're fine. Can afford to play it so slow. I'll actually go for the War Chefs. Yeah, the opponent deals a bunch of damage here. I'm already down by 6 health, but I should be able to wrestle control back. Especially if I go for the Undying, start accruing value that way. This kills the Zed. You can't block with the Body Blade Scout. Yeah, this is good. Actually, reduce the cost of 2 of the units in my hand. Turns out the Harrowed Path is actually coming putting some sort of work in. Let's set up for the next turn. We do this, then we draw. And it was the correct decision. I'll just drop down both of these. Next turn I'll have a full board. I'll attack with everything. Oh, I miscalculated. Forgot this would summon off of the Sapling Toss. It's still fine. We set the opponent to 2 health. Never mind. He has a bounce for the Phantom Butler. I'm pretty sure this is still better for me because he ended up spending 4 minutes just to bounce a 2-cost unit back to hand. He has more cards in hand, but I have the board advantage. As long as he stops attacking me with elusives, which doesn't seem like it will stop. But as long as he stops attacking me with elusives, I should be fine. And even then... Okay, I have more than enough. Oof, I was worried I was going to end up dying to just elusive attacks because I can't deal with elusives. That would have been incredibly frustrating. But I guess it goes to show that things can still go poorly for me. I did end up losing a bunch of health there. Let's make Gwen cheaper. Get her down 1 turn earlier. Fights for a spot with the Vayne, but I think that's fine. Random 2 1-cost Boros. Style on them. Primal Howl. Well, let's go for a Primal Howl, I guess. Style on them was tempting, but I don't think we play that many cards in a round. I guess I'll toss both minions. Keep the 1-drop and the Glimpse Beyond. Okay, that's good. Finally we hit Gwen. at the start of the game, and not when the game's already more than over. Let's go for the Phantom Butler. Odds are the opponent can't block it. Or maybe he can, but fortunately I can just do this. Challenge the opponent's unit. Start working on the opponent's health bar. You know what? I think pinging that is the correct choice. So let's try to bait out the opponent into playing something else. Maybe he doesn't play something else and I just do this. That's also an option. Well, then next turn I guess it's Gwen open attack. Fine by me.
So much to see. Where do I start?
Attack like so. Suppose I'll pull here. Try and maximize the amount of damage I deal. Then let's drop down the charger. It's already quite large by default, and it's only going to grow larger with our hallowed buffs.
The shadows take form.
That's fine.
Shadow take
I have a way to deal with that. Let's keep growing our hallowed unit. Really, you're calling that? That seems like a waste. Oh well, it's the opponent's decision, not mine. And now the game's just done. There's no way the opponent can survive this upcoming attack. And I even level up Gwen.
one stitch at a time. We'll make something totally new.
Not like it's relevant because the game's already over, but still.
Just a stitch in time.
Minion, June the Prodigy, Sacred Shears. Actually, for once, Sacred Shears is actually useful. More often than not, it just ends up being generated by the random weapon or equipment generators, and it's useless. But for once, it's going to put in work. From Prey to Predator is not good. Relentless Force is okay. Found Friends. We don't really have cards with 4+ cost, so I guess Relentless Force it is. It's the only one that isn't, or that actually does something. An ally is targeted or supported, granted spirit. We do have support effects. Eternal Dancers. Do I want Eternal Dancers? It's unnecessary. Let's move on. Now watch as I would need Eternal Dancers in an upcoming encounter. It's true that they generate a lot of value, but by the time I can play a 6-cost unit, the game's mostly over already. So they would probably just sit in my hand doing nothing. Let's go Boisterous Host, Steadfast Elkin, maximize the amount of units on board. Try to get some good damage in, because the opponent's going to be aggressive. With the whole, the 4 attacks give everything -2 attack. In fact, I'm going to go for the Phantom Butler just so I can walk into that. I take 2, but it's fine. I even set up so that I can kill that unit with a Blood Hunt next turn. Though it probably isn't necessary. I can do it. I'll just go minion, try to get the opponent to do something. And then blood hunt into there, attack with everything. Seems like a plan.
Got them for our god.
Slowly and surely, the opponent's going to die. And I even have Atrocity in hand, so I can go for a surprise finish if necessary.
To ruin.
That's unfortunate. Let's see if I buff up my unit. No, I don't, so I have to take 2 yet again. A bit annoying that I end up losing 4 health here. But I don't think I'm going to be struggling for health in the future. So this should be fine. Yeah, that was the victory turn. No way the opponent has a way to deal with all of that damage coming his way. And even if it did, I still had the Atrocity in hand, so it was fine. I had a backup plan. Next deck Fabricator on the Sapling Toss, or an extra X-Deck Fabricator on the Sapling Toss. It's a card I already have in my deck, so it's always good to pick up items for it. Power Riff Gwen. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get Gwen down on turn 1. And obviously I'm cutting the Steadfast Telkin. Poor guy doesn't have synergy with my deck besides being a 2-2 with Hallowed for 1. Now for Azir. Yeah, it's the regular Azir power. We should be fine. Yeah. I can go for Gwen turn 1. And then we'll go from there. Let's see what the opponent does.
This is a chance for me to leave my mark.
Nothing. That's interesting. Didn't expect him to pass the first turn. Especially considering how aggressive the opponent's deck can be. But to be fair, that's in the regular campaign. This is a bit different. Maybe the opponent's Sand Soldiers don't even have... Oh, actually they do. I was about to say, maybe the opponent's Sand Soldiers don't even have Overwhelm in this encounter. But they do. Still, I'll be able to clear the opponent's entire board here. Never mind, because he saved the Azir. Well, you'll still only have 1 Azir on board. Interesting. When another ally gains power from Hallowed, so does my bearer. I could use it on Husk attack, buff up the Husk, then have a permanent buff on the Conductor of the Mists. But would that be useful? I don't think so. I think it would be better to just attack normally. Yeah, let's do it.
How did you know I love to dance?
Voice of the Risen. Interesting.
I know a place.
Nothing to fear.
Yeah, this maximizes the amount of attack in from Hallowed. Let's do it like so. Level up Gwen in the process.
One stitch at a time.
Now I have a
Make
way
something
to heal
totally
myself if the opponent ever manages to deal damage to my Nexus. So I'm in an even better position.
Each a grain of sand.
Poor guy can't do anything now. Pull that back. You never know what the opponent might have. And now we attack with everything.
With passion
And the game's over. Ooh, reducing the amount of attack on my units would be a problem if they weren't massive. And game over. As it turns out, I shouldn't have been worried. It was only a 2.5 adventure after all. Maybe the next one will actually put up a bit of a challenge. But yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.